My full name is Geny Mohammed, and I'm from Cherati, woreda.
Geny Mohammed doesn't shout, but every word she speaks seems to span generations. Her voice isn't new, but its echo is because for the first time in the history of their community, that voice is here in the spaces where decisions are made. Geny is part of the Committee of Elders in the Cherati woreda, in the Somali region of Ethiopia, a space traditionally reserved for men, for the wise, for the elderly. And yet there are Geny and other women with their wisdom, their commitment, and their experience.
We are a group of women who are respected and known in the community from the beginning. We have different meetings where we discuss about different issues that concerns women in our areas, and other women are invited to the meeting so they can have confidence and trust on us, and they can hear how we solve the issues.
Geny speaks in a simple yet revolutionary way, and from then on, each sentence she shares reveals how one woman can change the destiny of many others, not with grand speeches, but with silent and firm actions, through mediation, through shared words, through advice conveyed with respect. In our meetings, whatever case we solve, we try to follow on it in our meeting. For example, different harmful practices that goes around in the area like FGM, we try to follow on the cases the same as the men. We work in solving. These elders are often the ones who resolve conflicts, promote agreement, and build community.
Conflicts.
And until recently, this work was left entirely in the hands of men. But Geny, along with other women, has broken that barrier, and in doing so, paved the way of all. Now, women elders committees exist.
Because this committee is a committee that's away from tribe, it's away from power, it's away from politics. It's a committee that is there for women, led by women, and there for women.
Her story is one of resistance and construction, because while the world trans and often ignores these realities, Geny and other women are transforming from within the most difficult places to move: custom, prejudices, and hierarchies. We listen to her attentively, because what she says is valuable not only in her community, it is also valuable for those of us who are far away, those of us who think we already know it all, those of us who still believe that power is only what we see. This episode is an invitation to return to what is important, to the word that accompanies, that guides, that builds trust, to the wisdom that listens before speaking, and to recognize that change often begins in everyday spaces, in sincere conversations, and in decisions made in community. Join us to get to know Geny and other women like her, because their voice, even without raising, it has the power of profound transformation. My name is Nerea Escolar, and this is Ecofeministas Defenders, a podcast by Medicus Mundi Gipuzkoa.
It's a privilege to be part of the Elder Committee. I'm very happy, very proud. It's always nice to be able to relieve someone's pain, so imagine when it's your fellow sister. And also men started respecting our
Elders committees are one of the foundations of the social structure in many areas of the Somali region. Although there are courts, police, and ministries, it is the community's elders who traditionally mediate, negotiate, and rebuild, exercising leadership that coexist with institutional structures. Until now, for centuries, those people were men.
The older you get, the more experience you have. So me gaining more years in this life leads to me earning more respect from the community. And yes, in my community, I'm respected for me being a woman.
Driven by the joint project between Medicus Mundi Gipuzkoa and Pastoralist Concern, women's committees began to be created alongside the existing men's committees, and what seemed symbolic became transformative. And what changed when a woman comes into the site? It changed everything. Forced marriage, female genital mutilation, violence, there were problems with no way out. Now they have a door, and these women are that door.
Because of this elder committee and because of the cases that we receive, a lot of subgroups, support groups started to be created by its own. For example, there's a support group that's composed only of divorced mothers, there's a support group that's composed only of single moms, there's support groups that are composed of widows. So because every woman started hearing a similar case to her case, there's a different support groups that increase the sense of you're not alone in the community.
Where there was once silence, now there is intervention. Where there was shame, now there is trust. Geny doesn't talk about power. She talks about respect, about listening, and about shared wisdom.
There's some of the cases that main elder committee cannot solve, and they come and they present the case to us since maybe the victim doesn't want to talk to them or they don't know how to solve it. So there is more than one case that main elder committee brings to us and we discuss it with them.
She and other women on the committee don't just advise, they provide prevention, they propose alternatives, they visit homes, they convince parents, they raise awareness to promote the protection of daughters.
We also discuss about different rights for the women, starting from different bases, from the household to outside the community.
It's invisible but crucial work, and when done with respect, it becomes unquestionable. Not everything is easy. Although resistance still exists, the Committee of Elderly Women has begun to be recognized for its work. The community is increasingly placing its trust in them, seeing the positive effects their work has had on the lives of many women. The key is there, in not stopping, in continuing to talk, in reaching out again and again.
The trust that we got in the community and how skillful we are in solving most of the cases. The community now sees the importance of this committee, and they're asking for this committee to be created in other places where there's no elder women.
Geny's dream isn't individual, it's collective. Because when a woman speaks, she does so on behalf of many. Geny doesn't want recognition. She doesn't seek prominence. She just wants her voice to speak so others can speak. That's her dream. That no girl should be afraid to speak her mind, make decisions about her body, or reject an imposed marriage.
It's a privilege to be part of the Elder Committee. I'm very happy, very proud. It's always nice to be able to relieve someone's pain, so imagine when it's your fellow sister.
This closure isn't an end, it's a calling, because what's happening in the Cherati woreda isn't an exception, but a model. And although resistance still remains, the process has already begun. There's no turning back.
Because now you're talking to one of the elder committees, powerful, strong women who can make a decision simply in her area. So you can imagine how it's getting more powerful in different levels.
The most profound social transformations don't always come from the top. Sometimes they begin in a small committee, in an evening conversation, in a woman who dares to say enough and finds that, in doing so, others follow her lead. This episode is a tribute to those steady, calm voices, to the wise women, to those who don't seek to change the entire world, but transform the world of those around them. One by one, without haste, without pause. Thanks for listening. Share this episode. Keep their stories going.
Defensoras ecofeministas is a podcast produced by Ulu Media for Medicus Mundi Gipuzkoa.
Entzun hori. Ulu Media.